All right, I'm recording this for the new moon transmission for the new moon in Pisces. This is a live transmission on Facebook, so I'm waiting for the sisters to come on. I opened up the channel a little bit early so that people could find me here inside the Evolving Sisters Network Facebook group. That's where all the magic is happening. When you see this live stream, just drop in an emoji. Let me know you're here. Say hello. Where are you listening from? Where are you replaying from? This is an incredible time. I'm super pumped right now. And yeah, and humbled because it's so big. And we're in a huge current. We're in a huge current. Here we go. Yay. All right. Katie K is here and Tasha and Jessica. Awesome. This is a big weekend. Yes, let me know, where are you tuning in from? Kent, UK. I know Jessica's down the street from me. All right, welcome, sisters. We're going to give some sisters a chance to tune in right now. We have a new moon womb activation happening today, and I want to give you some idea of all the things that are happening. It's just such a beautiful magnetic time that also has some edges, and it has a lot of letting go in it as well. I think by now we know that that's just on the menu right now. So let's position this in a way that really serves us as we move forward. We are in a current and ocean of love. Yes, Katie K, I love how you always bring that. Hey, Jane. Awesome. I'm so glad you're here. All right. Well, the video has started. I'm recording, and I'll post this on my YouTube channel as well. We got to get the word out about the womb wisdom that's just ripe right now. So if you're here and you're listening, just pop in an emoji. Let me know that you're here. How are you feeling today? I'd love to know how you're feeling. Let's weave a little wisdom. I like my lives to be interactive, just so that we can really get that we're weaving together. Maria Hartsong, hello, my sister. All right, so let us begin. I'm going to say welcome, throw up your arms and say hello, hallelujah. We are here in this auspicious weekend that's going to take us into a portal. This portal is so important because it's starting a series that will really culminate in April. April is the biggest month of this year. I'm getting chills. And it's gonna call forth the best in you. And it can open up some huge doors into your spiritual power. And when I was thinking about spiritual power, I was thinking, what really is that? And that is the power to manifest, the power to create, because we're here to create. And when we put this piece in place that we have been missing, the womb piece, our creations just go exponential. And I know this is a theme of Maria Hartsong, the art of receiving. And so you're going to love this transmission, Maria, and all of you who are really craving a new way of being. And this new moon can activate that in us. So happy International Women's Day. We are a global community in the Evolving Sisters Network, and I am so honored to be with you all around the world. And so I'm imagining that each one of you is carrying your internal light and shining your light wherever you are around the globe. So just welcoming the new sisters. Vika's here. Yeah, drop me an emoji. Let me know that you're here. Let's open up with that kind of a light activation. So shut down your eyes for a moment and tune in. Tune into your womb space. Take a breath in your womb. So what I mean by that is 2 inches below your belly button. Take an inhale so that your womb space expands. Your belly expands. And then exhale and bring it in toward the spine. So drop your center of awareness into the womb. Use the breath to get there. And as we are together here, we open up the portal of the womb, which means we open up the portal to the all, the everything, the primordial cosmic womb herself. And we ask our womb spaces and our collective womb and the womb that we're in now in this Pisces energy to guide us and direct us through our own inner knowing, through our own gnosis, and allow us to weave together all the pieces as we live in community and we understand even more deeply our own oneness. And so bring that energy up from the womb into your heart and imagine a flame that's shining brightly inside your heart. Shine it so bright that it radiates outside of your heart. And then move your eye gaze back to look at the entire globe, this blue marble of Mother Earth. And wait, what can you see but these flickers of light everywhere around the world? And that's you, and that's me, and that's everyone here, everyone listening. And so we unite our hearts through our inner light, informed from our womb space. As we open up this transmission, we ask for eyes to see and ears to hear, and so it is. Aho. Ashe. So, welcome everyone. I'm super excited for this transmission. The energy is heightened, and it's also opening us up to some new timelines, a new possibility, a new awareness, a new world. That's what this birth portal is bringing through for us. Now, Pisces represents the womb. You know, the Pisces Aries axis, or the connection, not axis, but connection. They are next to each other in the circle, in the wheel, and Pisces represents the end, the completion, and Aries represents the beginning. So we are in this death, rebirth cycle. And pretty soon we're going to find ourselves inside the birth canal. And on March 19th at 0 degrees Aries, we birth. That baby comes out of the canal. So we're setting ourselves up with this Pisces new moon and our womb activation to really listen to what's coming through. And then we hit an eclipse. So this new moon is initiating us into eclipse energy. The eclipse actually starts on the full moon. So it'll be 2 weeks from that new moon, but it's being initiated by the new moon, and it'll happen on a full moon. That takes us into 2 weeks of a wormhole, which concludes with the new moon in Aries, and it's a total solar eclipse. In the United States, we're going to be able to see it. I'll be there. I'm heading to Austin to check it out. And I believe we're getting a major reboot in our spiritual consciousness. It's also conjunct exact Chiron, the wounded healer. So you can see what's on the menu is healing and a whole new timeline based out of our healing. Now, eclipses, they bring endings. So lots of things are completing. Lots of soul contracts are completing. Lots of, sacred contracts that we had over the last 20 years even are completing. I feel like my sacred contract with my old identity is completing. How many can resonate with even your old identity is completing? So that's what we get to be prepared for. We're going to go into a dark moon before we hit the new moon on Sunday. And I'll say more. There's so much to say about this moon that I'll say more inside the membership. So if you're a member or want to join, Sunday at 9 a.m., even though it's daylight savings and we're all going to be missing an hour of sleep, we're going to get up in our jammies with our tea and talk about this new moon. So we have between now and then this opportunity to go into the darkness, to go into our own darkness, this fertile void, and prepare for this new moon, prepare for this rebirth. And tomorrow we have some very aggressive Mars energy that is really, to me, it's wanting to express how pissed off our wombs are. And there's going to be lots of iterations of that. So just forewarned is forearmed. And then we go into the new moon. And then on Monday, Venus moves into Pisces. And she's going to really help us let go of the things that we need to let go of really cleanly so that we can move ourselves forward. And then, folks, we're in it. So today, we're going to do a little ritual. And I love that it's a few days before the new moon because I like to be quiet during a new moon generally and allow a level of things to bubble up. So when we work with our womb space, we're really working with our gnosis because the womb knows all. It knows all. And part of our feminine reclamation is to reclaim that space. I love, I was just listening to Sarah Bertrand talk about this in her womb book. And she was saying that like the mystical texts of, say, the Tibetan Book of the Dead is written incredibly cryptically. And only scholars had access to that information. And now these scholars are translating and that information is popping and becoming available. And so in Tibetan Buddhism, as well as other traditions, these were known as treasure texts. And these treasure texts are like buried treasure. They don't get revealed until the people are ready. So womb wisdom has been hidden. And it is now being revealed because the feminine is ready. And you think about the long arc of feminism that we had to prove that we were as good as men. We had to take on the masculine principle. We had to disown our feminine. And now we're coming full circle. Hallelujah. And the truth of it is that as humanity goes forward, we don't want a matriarchy or a patriarchy. We want an integrated union. And so we get to be united in ourselves. And part of that unification requires us to remember something hidden and to open up the codes. So the womb space is a space of receiving. She's just like the moon. She needs to make no effort. She is the great receiver, and her quality of drawing to her is magnetism. So it's important to clear and clean out our womb space. I know I have a lot of that work to do because I didn't live in honor of my work, of my womb space. It wasn't passed down to me from my mother. We ignored it in our family. We pretended like we didn't have it. If you think about labor and delivery, women are just reclaiming their bodies in labor and delivery. The way I was born is in a hospital, like where my mom was lying horizontal, like not even gravity helping her deliver the baby. Thank goddess we've somewhat improved in that, but there's so much more that we can improve in that. And that wisdom is being unleashed. The codes are being activated. I'm seeing it all around us, and we are all wise women with our own codes that we're activating. So the womb space is a space of receiving. It's a space of manifestation because she knows all. She knows everything in the cosmos because she is the cosmos. Isn't it incredible, the hologenetic nature of it, that inside our bodies is this microcosm of the entire universe? It really reinvents the nature of a black hole, like black holes in space. We have the black hole in space inside of our bodies. So, yes. Okay. You've already been feeling this angry energy all week. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Tomorrow, tomorrow is the day to really be intentional and conscious, because our anger is is going to be lit. Mars is in the picture. And, in a way it's great, because we're going to say the things that we have been holding back saying. And now that we know that that's the case, we get to do it with consciousness. It's always a yoga, isn't it? All right, so today we're going to have a beautiful womb activation. I love that you're all here. Thank you for being here. And I believe that when two or more are gathered, our intentions massively amplify. And so I want to take us through a process to amplify our own intentions, as well as those of the feminine in general, and those of humanity, and then also those of all beings. Like, we're all in this together. And that's really the principle of Pisces. Pisces is teaching us that there is only one thing. Virgo, its opposite is particularity. It's our embodiment and the Pisces principle. And we have a stellium in Pisces right now, lots of planets in Pisces, lots of energy in Pisces. So there could be this aspect of delusion. On one hand, that's the shadow frequency of Pisces, escapism, but there's also the opportunity of spiritual evolution. So that's also the second new moon in a series of 5 supermoons. So it's a supermoon, and there's 5 in a row, and it's the second one. So we're just really getting lunar energy, over the top lunar energy, because when there's a supermoon, the moon is closest to Earth. So we're feeling her more. Let's see, I think I've talked about most of that context of where we are. I do want to say that the veil is really thin. So it's a beautiful time for ritual. So let's go into our ritual space. I'm just going to see how everyone's doing here. Ange is here. Awesome. Welcome. And Tiffany and Carolina. Veronica, joining from New York City as a newcomer. Awesome, welcome. And Karen is here. Oh, beautiful. We have a beautiful group of sisters, and I know there'll be others watching the replay. So let's go into our womb activation and really enter into the space of creation, of manifestation. Now, new moons, because they're dark, don't often allow us to have the clarity of what it is that we are moving toward. But we don't need to know. I mean, the womb space, she's pre-verbal. We don't need to know it. It will pop up. Mercury is going to move into Aquarius. We're going to have much more of an understanding of what just happened later in the game. So in this ritual womb space, um, it's a reclamation. We're not going to go into a lot of clearing and cleaning. There's so much to say about the womb space. And I do have a retreat coming for those of you who can be in person with me. We're going to be in this womb space, and that's March 22nd to 24th. We have one spot left. And I'll drop a link in the comments later. And I'll probably do a workshop on this, but for today, let's just use this as a portal with the new moon. The womb space is your original voice. And so we're going to tone as a way of opening up the throat chakra without using words that our mind understands. We're just going to use primal words, primordial words, words that are sound frequency. Pisces and sound go really well together. And unfortunately, I'm not going to play music because Facebook or YouTube will shut me down. But this is a great practice to do with music, not the toning part, but the part that we get into next. So the toning is going to open us up into our womb space. So I'm going to start off, there's 5 tones, and I'm going to start off just articulating it, and then let's do it together. Do it with me. So these are the sounds of the womb. And you'll notice they're the sounds of the universe. The first sound is ah. So let's do that. Let's do ah as in a pleasure ah. Take a nice inhale, exhale, ah. Did you notice how your body relaxed? Okay, let's do that again together. Take an inhale. Ah. Just feel what that feels like in your body. My body loves that. Let's do the second sound of oh, oh, like oh. We're surprised. Oh, inhale deeply. Exhale. Oh. Let's try at a higher pitch. Inhale again. Oh. Notice what that opens up. Tune into your womb space. Now, from your womb, the third sound is I'm. It's like I am. We're getting ready to rebirth ourselves. Aries is I am. So we're in that place where we're starting to feel our particularity and come into form, leaving the feeling of the amniotic fluid and the comfort of the mother. I'm. Inhale. I'm. The third sound is ow. Ow. Take a nice inhale with me. Ow. Breathe into your womb. And the fifth sound is we're going to put a couple together. Aum, ma, om. A-U-M. Aum, ma, om. Take a nice inhale. Aum. Ma. O. And close down your eyes. Breathe into your womb space. Maybe put your hands on your womb. Feel the rising and the falling. And we're going to do a little navel pumping. So the navel is the womb space, 2 inches below the belly button. And keep your hand on that womb space and just pump it out. You can coordinate the breath with it. Like an exhale every time you pump it out. Now take an inhale. Suspend your breath and now gently squeeze the root lock. That's your sex organs, your perineum, your rectum. Just squeeze it ever so lightly, like you're doing a Kegel. And then exhale the energy, but exhale the energy through your yoni. Now we're going to do it again, but we're going to imagine light. It's like a little light activation with this yoni and womb activation. So when you inhale, you're going to inhale, obviously taking in air through your nose, but you're going to imagine light coming in through your yoni and filling up your womb. Then you're going to squeeze down your yoni through the Kegel, the root lock. Sex organs, perineum, and rectum will come together to form a seal. And then we're going to circulate that light in our womb space. And then we're going to release it. And we're going to see light releasing through our yoni. Let's do that at least one time together, and then we'll do it intentionally together, using this as a portal of our manifestation. So let's practice. Inhale again, expanding your belly when you inhale, filling it with light. And then when you're at the top of the inhale, shut down your sex organs, perineum, rectum with a little squeeze. And then circulate light all through your womb space. I'm seeing stars. I'm seeing the galaxy. You'll get whatever you get in your mind's eye. Allow it to heal you. Allow it to cleanse you. And then exhale, release that light out through your yoni and imagine it going into the world. I kind of saw it as like menstrual blood hitting the dirt, going deep into the earth, feeding the earth. And likewise, our light from our yoni goes into the world. And just like that nourishes the world. I love that. It just came to me. So I'm going to take it and run with it. All right. So let's do that a few times as this portal of our manifestation. And we're going to do it not only for us personally, we're going to do one round for us personally, another round for all women, another round for all humanity, men and women, and then another round for all beings. Okay, this is our healing and our activation. So this is the moment to, we'll start with us personally. And this is where I would play music, but I'm not going to. But just shut down your eyes, and you can do this later with music. Place your hands again over your womb space and breathe into it. And let's prime this pump by opening up the portal of miracles. This is the day to think big, to imagine big. Einstein said that imagination is more important than knowledge. This is the time where we really get to connect with our future Dharma, the person that we get to be, the Dharma we get to fulfill, the calling we get to fulfill. And it may drastically change from where we are right now. It's really none of our business, but it's already seated inside of our wombs. And in this new moon frequency, in this womb portal, we align our will with the will of our womb, with our original voice, with that template of who we are, that ineffable self that cannot be touched, that incarnated, it chose to incarnate here as you to play in the game of form. And so we tap into our deepest desires. We may not even be able to name them. We know that they're there. We were born with desire. We were born with longing. And that longing and desire has been locked away in our womb. So we connect with that beautiful, precious treasure. And we ask to reveal itself. There are no limits right now, none. We will come into form and we will experience the limits, but in this moment, we are in the field of possibility. We are in the field of impossible possibilities. We are in the field of miracles. We surrender what that looks like. We surrender our will to the divine will. And now let us do the activation, knowing that we have planted these seeds. So take a nice deep breath into your womb, inhaling, expanding your womb, and then shutting down the breath through closing the sex organs, perineum and rectum, sealing that light inside the womb. Imagine that light circulating inside the womb, activating all the codes, any dormant codes to your Dharma, to your highest expression, to your biggest dreams, to your receiving, to your magnetism. Activate it and explode it open like a nuclear fusion. And exhale that light through the yoni. And sit in receiving. Take a triangle with your thumbs together and your fingers together and form that triangle. You can see what I'm doing and place it over your womb. That sacred symbol of the triangle, place it over your womb. Just listen to the voice of the womb. You You can release that symbol and then just put your hands on your womb as we're going to go through the second phase of 4 phases. So you're taking a nice deep inhale through your belly, extending your belly. Inhale, receiving the light codes. And at the top of the inhale, all you have to do is just shut down your sex organs, perineum and rectum, close it, and then allow the energy to circulate. And now we are placing our intention for all women all over the world. We know that not all women are free. We know that there are still repression and subjugation and abuse just because they're women. And we carry them in our hearts and we activate the codes of sovereignty, of courage, of bravery, of healing, of love, of compassion. And we say to you, sister, we are with you. Take an exhale through your yoni, allowing that light to go out and touch every single woman who needs to hear that, who needs to know that she's not alone, who needs to know that there's a group of women who are praying for her now all over the world. Just hold these women in your womb space right now. Hold them in there. I can see them in my mind's eye and they make me want to cry because I love them. Our freedom is their freedom. They get to be free. They get to be free. This isn't just for wealthy white women in modern culture. No, every woman gets to be free. That is our declaration here and now today. Oh, make it sound, make a tone. Oh, my womb is like activated. Whoa. Ha, 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 ha. Oh, she is rising. She is rising. She is rising. We are unleashing the dragon. We are unleashing the dragon. We are unleashing the dragon. Oh, ooh, 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 ooh. For humanity to be whole, women need to be whole. For humanity to be whole, women need to be whole. The feminine needs to be restored. The feminine is reclaimed. For humanity to be whole, the feminine is reclaimed. Ah. Ooh. After this transmission, I want to hear what you're getting. But don't pop it out and type yet. Just we'll make room for it later. Just stay with the process. Stay with the process. Stay with what you're getting. We're going to weave together what we're getting together. Okay, let's do our third activation. And our third activation is for humanity. It's going to be big. It's going to be really, really, really big. All right. Okay, you're ready for it. We're ready for it. Now, take an inhale through your womb, expanding your belly. Inhale, inhale, bringing in the light codes as you inhale, then close it down with your sex organs, perineum and rectum, forming the seal, circulating the light codes. This is for all of humanity. Every single man, woman, and child gets included. Everyone's feminine comes online, awakening the divine feminine in all, awakening the womb consciousness in all, awakening inner peace in all, awakening outer peace in all, awakening love in all. Kuan Yin, Kuan Yin's coming through. Durga's coming through. Shakti Ma is coming through. Let's hold all of humanity as we exhale through the yoni, extending our light as seeds and nectar all around. Oh, oh, oh. Breathe, breathe, breathe. It's huge. It's huge. My body is pulsating. My body is pulsating. Your body might be pulsating. It's part of the activation. This is the womb has a frequency. It has a pulse. It's the pulse of Mother Earth. We are doing her work. She has wanted us to do this work. We are here in service to her doing this work. Okay. Oh. Oh, if you're shedding tears and cleansing and purifying humanity, purifying the heart of humanity, purifying the shadow frequency of humanity, purifying the shadow. It's time, humanity, to face your shadow. It's time to face your shadow. You are the Hitler. You are the evil. You are the good. You are the light. You are everything. It's time for you to face it in yourself and not project it out. It's time to really get real with who you've been being. It's time to get really real with your ego. It's time to get really real with your self-righteousness. It's time. No more killing the planet. The feminine has declared it's enough. We see the masculine rise. We see the masculine in us become the protectors of this feminine womb space. We see the masculine in the world rise as guardians and protectors of Earth, as protectors of the feminine. Oh, oh my God. Whoosh. If I can finish this, it'll be amazing. Oh, it's huge. It's huge. It's quantum healing. It's quantum healing. It's quantum healing. Yes, we're going to skip some timelines. It's quantum healing. We're not going to have to heal linearly. No, it's quantum timelines. It's quantum healing. It's in the now. It's while someone's waiting for coffee. It's while they're looking at their phone. It's an interruption. It's a divine cosmic interruption. Ah. Ground yourself through your womb. I'm like totally spinning. Ground yourself through your womb. Thank you for being here. There's no way I could do this by myself. Like, this is a collective effort. Okay, the final one here. We are now offering our prayers for the benefit of all beings. This is a light code activation through our womb space for the benefit of all beings, seen and unseen, winged, fish, frogs, four-leggeds, two-leggeds, creepy crawlers, everybody, all sentient beings. Hold all of them in your heart. I'm seeing a globe. I'm seeing the whole planet. I'm seeing Mother Earth. I'm seeing all of her seasons, all of her frequencies. I'm seeing rivers. I'm seeing waterfalls, oceans, forests, deserts. I'm seeing all of her brilliance, all of her glory, all of her iterations, all of her children. I'm seeing every single vestige of consciousness on Earth. And there's a whole crew of unseen, yes, the spirits of the water, the spirits of the land, the spirits of the minerals and the rocks, the spirits of the air. Yeah, they're all here. They're all here. The spirits of the animals, our own animal spirit. We each have an animal spirit, our own animal spirit. All of it is here. It's all here. It's all on in Earth, and Earth is surrounded by her solar system, by her galactic neighbors, in the cosmos, in the Milky Way, all the stars. And so let's focus on that blue marble. Let's focus on Earth. Let's focus on all living beings, all sentient beings. Take an inhale through your yoni, bringing in the light codes up into your womb space. And at the top of the inhale, as your yoni is open and extended, close down the sex organs, perineum and rectum. Circulate that energy, circulate the healing frequency, restore us to right relationship, restore us to honor, restore us to the web of life, restore us to the ecosystem that all beings are equal, all beings are sentient. Restore us to a greater consciousness and awareness. Exhale through the yoni. Those light codes going out into the earth, all of the earth, all of the earth. Relax and receive. Bring your locus of attention down into your womb space and breathe. Oh. Let's chant Ma together. Inhale. Ma. Oh, bring a triangle over your yoni again, the sacred symbol of the womb. Bringing that over the womb space. Thumb tips just below the belly button, fingertips just right in the opening of your yoni. And together we thank this portal. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you for the healing work that we have received and that we've been able to generate through our bodies as this incredible healing and wisdom space. And before we end, I want you to receive a word, a sentence, a phrase, a message from your womb space. So in the quiet of that space, listen. Bring your hands up to your heart center. Ooh, press on your heart. Just press on your heart. Bring your hands up to your crown and do a little tapping on the top of your head. And then just take your hands and run them down your face, your hair, your body, and your legs. And then run them back up, all the way up your face, and back down. And then flutter open your eyes. Oh. Come back into this space. Okay, I want to leave a little bit of time right now to hear what it is that you received. What was your message from your womb? This is our time to weave together. This is huge. Brielle is here. Laura is here. Sally Ann. Laura Green. Raluca and Jan. Beautiful sisters. Oh, wow. My whole body feels completely different. It's like a mixture of being of tingling and being on fire. So I want to hear, what is it that you received? What was the message from your womb? We're in our weaving space right now. We're going to weave together collective wisdom. We can't leave without weaving together collective wisdom. I'm a conduit, you're a conduit. We all have our piece to play. Forthright. You were made for this. Yes, Katie K, thank you. Oh, life is life only when you live it fully. Ooh, shoo, 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 ha, 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 yeah. Yeah, keep them coming, keep them coming. Just keep them coming. I'll tune back in. You can see how powerful this time is right now. It is absolutely off the charts powerful. I'm so, I mean, I'm so excited we're alive. For all the stuff that's happening, we have the equal and opposite happening as well. And this is how we're creating new timelines. There is only one of us here. Yeah. Jennifer Cormier says, you are a ball of light, just like the earth. Jan says, you are fertile. Yeah. Be open and don't worry how. Don't worry about how. Exactly. This is not the time to worry about how. This is absolutely the time of trust. Thank you for saying that. Yes. We are fertile. Keep them coming. Keep them coming. I love weaving the wisdom. If you're on the replay, definitely share what it is that you have received. So here's how you can take this into the next 3 days. The new moon, the dark moon, is a time of listening. This is why I don't do a lot of events on the new moon. It's tuning in. When the moon is lit up, the moon is also the public. So when the moon is dark, we're going into a void moon right after this too. So we're really being initiated into the quiet. It's a good time, as I even mentioned in my email, March 10th begins this natural detox that the body is doing from March 10th to March 21st. The body is so intelligent, it senses the lights are changing. And so it begins its preparation for spring. So this is how we can get alongside of it by reducing and eliminating toxicity, sugar, wheat, dairy, all the things, just let them go for this period. And it's going to put you in a place of purification. And it's our futures are never a given. We have to align with them. We get to align with them. And so this is a way to align when we really have intention of, no, I want to step into my highest timeline. I am so committed to step into my highest timeline, the highest iteration of who I am here to be. And then it's also the way we can prepare is receiving, like really working with our receiving, because the yoni doesn't, and the womb space, I keep saying the yoni, so there must be something there. The womb is not about effort. It's about receiving. It knows how to do that, and it knows how to magnetize. The moon, I was starting to say the new moon being dark is the fertile void. So this is our time of really getting clear to the extent we can, but clearing out and noticing what's being cleared out. There's a lot of things being cleared out that's beyond our control. And so we get to welcome that and trust that that clearing is for our highest timeline. And some of it's going to be painful. Pisces represents grief. Pisces is the sign of grief, as well as it is the sign of oneness and spiritual evolution. It also carries grief in it. I mean, you think about just our incarnation process. We left the all to come into particularity and forget. That's a grieving. And we went through this dark tunnel into a light, into sound. So there is already inherent in the trajectory of being human, this grieving of this separation. So that's really what is going to come up, perhaps, some way. You can look at where Pisces is in your chart, and that'll show you where the moon is activating. I have a stellium in Pisces, so it's no accident that I'm doing a live, because it's in the 11th house of community. So I know that my sense of community is going to totally and completely up level. And speaking of community, this is our last weekend of founding members of the Evolving Sisters Network. So if you're interested in being a founding member, which is $22 a month or $250 a year, we do activations every Sunday using the gene keys, and we will have more and more things happening inside of our portal. But this is the last weekend that we're having founding members, and then the price will go up and we'll no longer have founding members, and everyone will be a member, and that will be great. But right now we're really honoring the people who are walking with us in this kind of portal from this idea, like ideas go through a birth canal into form. And I've been in that birth canal for about a year now, and it's been wow. So I know that this new moon is activating a new level. So it's really fitting that we're closing out founding membership. So you haven't through Monday to go to evolvingsisters.com and become a member. And members, I'll see you on Sunday. That is the new moon, and we're going to do our own new moon activation, and I'll share more about what's happening in the cosmos. And then, for those of you who are really called to do more womb work, there's an in-person retreat, March 22nd to the 24th, and we have one spot left, and we're really going to go into womb work. I'm just, the codes have been opened in me around how much our wombs need to be in place in order to really, truly lead humanity into a new future. Okay, so I'm going to look at some more comments. Let's see if anyone else has got anything from what is your womb saying? Yes, the womb is included in the yoni. Yeah. White owl medicine is what Brielle says. Oh, Maria says, I'm starting a 21-day juice fast. Well, you're right on time. Perfect timing. Brielle says, powerful owl guardian birds came to visit during that transmission. Misha says, a lot of light throughout my body, reclaiming my trust, power, strength, and this womb love is the healing. Yeah, it totally is. Sally Ann said, you are where you need to be and just trust. Yeah, trust. Claudia says, love and forgiveness. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of that happening right now. I'm going to reread Maria Hartsong. There's only one of us here. Okay, well, we did it. We did it. That was huge. And so give yourself some space and time to digest. Come back if you receive more and post it in the comments. We're still going to be in this weaving space through Monday. Venus goes in on Tuesday and goes into Pisces. So we'll probably know more about what's happening by Tuesday. If you can get yourself into water, Pisces is a water sign. So if you can do a saltwater bath or dive into the ocean, that's going to be a beautiful ritual for you on this new moon. All right, so let's all gather this positive energy that we have generated. I like doing this in my community and after every transmission because we generate so much goodness here. That the Tibetan Buddhists do a thing called dedicating it to the merits, and I love to copy that and share it. So let's gather the energy through our left and right hemispheres. It's like masculine and feminine. And let's beam it out, imagining those light codes emanating from our hands, our healing hands. And so let's gather all of the positive energy that we have generated here and dedicate it to the merits. May all beings benefit from the merits of our efforts. Put your hands together and a little bow. Namaste. And so it is. And so it is. Thank you, sisters. Thank you for being here. Thank you for your love. Thank you for your wisdom. Thank you for your work in the world, your dharma. Thank you for remembering. Thank you for being in community. I'm going to read a few more comments and then head out. Yes. Yes, exactly. Shiva and Shakti marry from the womb in the third eye, activating the Kundalini this weekend. Can't make that up. Happy International Women's Day. Yeah. Bye for now.